Bismillah ar-Rahman in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. May His blessings and peace be upon His last Prophet and His household. All praise is due to Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear brothers and sisters, respected viewers, may God's peace and blessing be with you wherever you are. I've been with you in the series of Al-Asma al-Husna, the beautiful names of God. And we talked about two names of God. And I was talking about the name Huwa, or the third person singular pronoun that is used in Islamic tradition to refer to God, and especially to the hiddenness dimension of divine entity. The fact that divine entity, especially His essence, is hidden from us, is expressed by using the third person singular pronoun. There is a story in which Imam Ali alayhi salam, the first Imam of Shia, says, before the battle of Badr, I had a dream in which Khidr alayhi salam, who is a Quranic personality, and there are different views whether he was a prophet or not. However, Imam Ali says, I saw Khidr in my dream and he told me to use and to recite a certain phrase in the battle of Badr. And that phrase was, Yahu, Ya man lahu illahu. O him, O who there is no one but him. Now, the translation, the English translation specifically of this phrase might not include all the meaning that it has in Arabic, because in English language, there is no custom of using third person singular pronoun to refer to God. But in Arabic, and especially in Islam, it is very common. However, when Imam Ali reported and told this dream to the Prophet of Islam said, this, you have been taught the greatest name. This is a very important name. I mean the third person singular pronoun. There are benefits of reciting this name that those who like to know, they have to refer to the authentic books and to consider the authenticity of the chain of transmission and also the case in which they are referring for. The other name that is one of the most frequent names of God and has been used in the Holy Quran in different occasions is Al-Rahman. Al-Rahman is one of the specific names of God, meaning that nobody and nothing else can be referred to by this name. Even it is forbidden for Muslims to call their children with this name. They cannot call their children Rahman. They are allowed to use it with the indicators of obedience. Like, for example, they can say Abdur Rahman, the slave of Rahman, but they cannot name their children with this name, which means this is specifically for God. This name is frequently repeated in the Holy Quran in the Basmalah. Basmalah is the opening phrase of all the chapters of the Holy Quran except for one chapter. The phrase that says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Basmalah, the phrase that says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, is a very important dhikr in Islamic tradition. Dhikr in Islamic tradition means a phrase that people repeat, either for themselves or in public. And it originally, dhikr, means to remember. Now, we have different forms of dhikr. Either the dhikr by tongue, remembrance by tongue, which means to pronounce a dhikr, or remembrance by heart, to remember God with your heart. So the two are important, and you may say each of them is a bridge to another. The remembrance in heart is a bridge to remembrance by tongue, and remembrance by tongue is a bridge toward the remembrance by heart. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is a great dhikr. It is the opening sentence of all the surahs of the Holy Quran except for one. And there are different narrations from the Prophet of Islam and also his successors advising us to use this dhikr in daily issues, especially at the beginning of our actions. It has been said, it has been quoted from the Prophet, كل أمر ذي بال لم يبدأ ببسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فهو أبتر. This means whatever important issue that is not started with the phrase in the name of Allah, it is without result. It is resultless. It does not meet the result that was intended for. And there are other narrations as well that encourage Muslim and all the followers of this divine religion to use Bismillah in their daily issues, in their actions, in their speech, in their writings. That's why generally you see Muslims and those who are determined to follow the teachings of Islam, they follow this teaching and they say Bismillah at the beginning of their speech and action. But what is in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? What is the exact meaning of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? Basmalah, or the phrase Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, has been translated to English as follows: in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Ar-Rahman, which is the topic of the discussion of this episode, is at the middle of this phrase and is the specific name of God. It has been translated into Beneficent, the one who gives benefits, or the one who bestows blessings upon his creation. That is a general and rough translation. The exact translation of Ar-Rahman, which is in the same family root with Ar-Rahim, coming from the root Ar-Rahma, mercy, but have a different meaning. It has been said in a narration from Imam Al-Rada alayhi salam, the 8th Shia Imam and a descendant of the Prophet of Islam, Ar-Rahman اسم خاص بصفة عامة والرحيم اسم عام بصفة خاصة. This means Ar-Rahman is a specific name, that is, it is only used for God. But بصفة عامة, it has a general meaning. It indicates the general mercy, the mercy that includes believers and non-believers alike, the mercy that includes here and hereafter alike, the mercy by which God started His creation, and the mercy by which God sustains this creation, the mercy under which all atheists are using the food that is a rizq of God. All non-believers are living in this world. Even though they are non-believers, so they are under the mercy of God, that is Ar-Rahma Al-Amma, that is the general mercy. So Ar-Rahman is a general mercy, and all things that you see in existence, all types of thing is created by this mercy. And this is equivalent and this is similar to existence in a sense, that whatever exists has been the result of the mercy. Sometimes we cannot understand the wisdom behind that mercy. For example, some people, some of the thinkers in the spiritual tradition of Islam, they believe hellfire, even hellfire, is a manifestation of mercy, general mercy, because it is necessary for guidance. It is necessary for human beings to control themselves. So, in this sense, even hellfire is a manifestation of mercy. This general mercy is referred to by the name Ar-Rahman, and that's why it comes first before Ar-Rahim. Now, what is the final part of Basmalah? We said Bismillah means in the name of Allah. Ar-Rahman means the beneficent, the merciful, in the sense of a general mercy that includes all believers and non-believers, both here and hereafter. But Ar-Rahim, that comes at the end of this sentence, this, according to the narration from Imam Rida alayhi salam, Ismun Am Basifatan Khassa. Ismun Am means general name. It means it can be applied to other beings. It can be applied to people. Ar-Rahim is not like Rahman, that is exclusively used for God. We can name our children with Ar-Rahim. Muslims can name their children with Ar-Rahim because it is a general name. It is not specifically and exclusively for God. But the difference of Ar-Rahim is not this only. Another difference of Ar-Rahim is that it indicates the mercy that has been saved for the day of judgment for believers. It's a kind of a special mercy by which God saves believers from hellfire. That is a special kind of mercy which only covers special people. People who have believed in this word, in the day of judgment, they will have the privilege to be saved by this mercy from hellfire and to be guided toward paradise on the day of judgment by this kind of mercy. So this Ar-Rahim indicates a general name that can be used for others, but the difference is that this mercy does not include all believers and non-believers alike. It only includes believers and it only manifests on the day of judgment. We, ordinary people, may not see the results of this specific mercy in this world, and that is why it has been hidden from us to see the manifestation of this specific mercy in this world. The full manifestation of this mercy is on the day of judgment, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saves the believers from hellfire. One of the benefits of reciting Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim and reciting Bismillah in general is that when a person gets the habit of reciting this sentence, and when he continuously recites this, that it becomes his habit, on the day of judgment, even if he recites this subconsciously, he will be saved and he will reach the salvation. There is a narration in which we read, on the day of judgment, a person is given his list of deeds according to which he will be judged, whether to go to the hell or to paradise. But upon receiving his list of deeds, subconsciously he says Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, because it was his habit in dunya to recite this phrase. For this, even subconscious recitation of this phrase, God will forgive him and will lead him and guide him toward paradise. Inshallah, you will be one of those who will be among the inhabitants of paradise, and inshallah you will be under the protection of God until the next episode. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu ala Muhammadan wa ala al-Tahirin.